Welcome back, Keepers of the Flame. Okay, so I'm going to do another Ceres reading, Ceres in Scorpio. I will leave a link either in the description or in the comment section to the original video about Ceres and the description of. She is basically Demeter in the mythology. So that video also has in its description box the link to a website that already has the asteroids as a placement in the natal chart. So all you have to do is enter your birth details, and then it's all set and ready to go from there. And I will link that somewhere in the description. If you already get what Demeter's about, if you already know all the different attributes of Ceres and what she kind of rules over or has domain over, whatever you want to call it, and what her purpose and role in the zodiac is, then you can probably skip watching the video and just click on the description link. So we're going to do Ceres in Scorpio. The natives identify nurturance with the intense and deep emotional bonding. Ideally, the mothering experience was intimate and fostered a sense of emotional self-control. Nurturance is expressed through emotional commitments to others and through acting as a catalytic agent that transforms or heals them. Self-acceptance may be gained through transforming one's own inner negativity and lack of trust into the healing power of love. Imbalance occurs when feelings of isolation are expressed as selfishness, jealousy, envy, anger, and revenge. Sybil Leek, with her 12th house Ceres in Scorpio trining Pluto, was naturally inclined to studying the hidden mysteries of the occult. She is the author of Diary of a Witch. All right, let's get into Ceres in Scorpio. So the reason behind this is so that way when we're going through this major transition with this Pluto moving into Aquarius permanently here shortly, we're going to need to understand how to very much lead ourselves into a place of understanding how to be better people in the world. And that includes getting right with the mother energy, how we nurture ourselves, how we nurture others, okay? And how we are best nurtured in the world, so we know what to ask of people who come into our lives. Now, not everybody is going to be able to give these things, so we need to understand that aspect of some people are better at giving this type of nurturing, and some people are better at giving that type of nurturing. So this is why I'm doing this, so we can come to a better understanding of what we can expect of ourselves, what we are allowed to ask other people of, and then understand that that's not always their capability of giving. Okay, so this is a multi-fractal system with multi-layered needs, wants, gifts, and whatnot. So expecting certain things from people that cannot deliver them is going to be a key point in moving us forward. Understanding that if you have a particular need to be filled, or a want, or a role, if you will, in whatever circumstance you're dealing in, knowing how to find that within yourself, or understand that you are going to have to go outside of yourself and ask somebody who does actually have that particular role, gift, niche, and fulfill that. That's the whole goal of this whole entire thing. Why am I telling Ceres in Scorpio? Because I just read your descripts. You want to know the undercurrents of the situation. That's the motivation behind the madness, darling. Okay. Ceres in Scorpio. Ready, set, grow. Can I get a few more cards? We're a cult, darling. We like it secret. I get it. But like, there it is. Ooh, that is squeeze on out. All right. Okay. Knight of Cups in reverse. 5 of Cups in the upright. 7 of Pentacles. In the reverse, Star. In the reverse, Page of Cups. In the reverse, Page of Swords. And then under that, you got the Temperance. Deep emotional bonding. Yeah, I can't tell you of any person that I know that's capable of doing that or that has done that. I don't know. I don't think we live in a paradigm where that's a thing. I could be completely off my rocker on this. I could be totally wrong. I would love to be proved wrong on this. However, your reading suggests otherwise, darling. So what we're dealing with here is a consequence of the times, okay? So bad decisions were made. Bad things happened. Outcome is shite. Yeah, we do not understand emotional intimacy. We don't understand real pair bonding in any sense of the word. It's not just between mother and child. It's between father and child. It's between brothers, sisters. Just read the Bible and you'll understand it. I mean, it's a constant plucking apart and causing trauma in your own mind between those sacred bonds that are supposed to be formed, right? Adam and Eve, nuked. Cain and Abel, nuked. Father, son, nuked. Okay? So when we have that as an underlying current, as kind of like the path moving forward, at least on this continent, it can get a little mucky. And I'm understanding that, like, there's other religions out there that do the same thing in a different way, and people call them peaceful and loving and all wonderful and whatever else. But if that were the case, we'd be sitting in very different pudding at the moment. Very, very different pudding. So I'm going off the cards. Okay. So when we come to an understanding that that deep emotional bond is just pretty much not available to the majority of people on the planet, and there's no one single solitary thing that you can, like, just say, well, this is gonna be what cuts it. This is gonna be what stops it, because there isn't. Some people need to be under those particular roles in life, and that's fine, but it's not meant for the vast majority of the planet. And that's the unfortunate part, is there's a lot of people thinking that it should be the vast majority of the energy on a planet, and it's not. Oh, Sophie sold your butt. Maka, maka, maka. That's all right, Bisky. You're all right. So, where to start? All right. Scorpio. Sassy is in Scorpio. Where'd you go? All right. Okay, I don't know. Knight of Cups. 5 of Cups. Let's get the Knight of Cups clarified without, like, a half a novel. Bisky. Okay, hang on. I'm just going to put him up on the chair so he's not clawing my leg off. There you go. You could have had the nice one with the fuzzy blanket on it, but you chose to get down. Don't yell at me. I put him up on this chair over here, and I put a nice fuzzy, fleecy, warm, fresh out of the dryer blanket. And he got down. And Sophie's like, thanks. Here we go. Knight of Cups in reverse for Ceres and Scorpio, please. Can we gain a better understanding of that? Pretty please. Pretty please. Yeah. The Tower in reverse. Or no, the World. I'm sorry. The World in reverse. Yeah. So, 5 of Cups for Ceres and Scorpio, please. Father of Cups. And the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so yeah, there's a plucking apart of what. Yeah, you're going to have to find a different way through and walk away from this. Okay. So Father of Cups is asking you to reassess your value structure and see what's serving you, what's not serving you. And the Seven of Pentacles is going to move slow. You're going to walk away from it. And you're going to walk away from something here. And you're going to find a different way through. That's what the Seven of Swords is saying. Foxes are, again, we don't shame anything in nature here because that's not how it's supposed to work. When you shame anything in nature, it's gonna come for you. So when we're talking about moving through things in a different way, you're sitting back here and looking at the situation and going, okay, I'm gonna warm myself up for my next move because it's not through this, whatever this is here. You've got to dump out those pentacles, the value structure, whatever else, and reassess here. What serves and what does not. Okay, this is going to be a whole breakdown because maybe you're trying to get off this wheel. There's a particular wheel you're on and you want off of it. And that is the Knight of Cups in reverse. You're like, this screwing up my emotions. I can't bring my emotional bonding cup to anybody that's on this particular wheel structure here. Okay. Can I get the Star in reverse in the root system for Ceres in Scorpio? Thank you. The Moon in reverse. Page of Cups in reverse. Magician in reverse. The Lovers in reverse. Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Cups in reverse. The Empress in the upright. The Sun in reverse. And the Seven of Cups in reverse. Ooh, no choices there. Ooh, child. Okay. So, I'm going to say that one. This is just one. One refusal of a message. Or a getting to... Let's break the page down one more time. For good measure. I'm probably going to... This is going to be a repeat of a repeat of a repeat when it comes to breaking down. So, the word page... This word right here, darling. In reverse. Literally. Is closest roots they can find is paganus. So, paganus, pagus. There's so many different words, but what it is it's typically a younger person who has been living kind of in the rural area, being a nurturer of earth. So helping things grow, harvesting, tending to flocks of this and herds of that and whatever have you, okay? So they're more nature-bound people. You got two of those in your reads, one from the heart and one from the head. And they're both in reverse. So you've got the Magician in the reverse. You got the Lovers in reverse. You got the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Cups in reverse. The Empress. The Sun in reverse. And then a Seven of Cups in reverse. Yeah, you don't have a whole lot of choice here. You don't, because you've just been kind of just, when it comes to your particular brand of nurturing here, when it comes to close, intimate bonds, not just with mother, but with the outside world, which is, you know, it's totally understandable. Totally. We don't live in a world where mothers are not nurtured in and of themselves. They are the nurturers, and we, you know, it's just a give, and not whatchamacallit. Now, this could be for a masculine too. Everybody's got a Ceres placement. This is how your nurturing shows up. Your mother shows up. You can be a man and still nurture and mother things. Radical, I know. So the only thing that I'm seeing here is your Empress power here. You're still leaving things better than what you found them. You are still putting out your nurturing despite all of this stuff inundating you with crapola. So there's blood and black magic here. There's pair bonding that is toxic. Again, going through what I just described in the beginning. But there's new opportunities coming in. But if you don't fill your own cup, you need to fill your own cup. Ceres, and Scorpio, you need to learn how to fill your own cup here. Because your Page of Cups is in reverse, so is your Sword of. So you're not seeing how being in receiving mode. Because this feels like you're rejecting this from the root system. Okay, not done this before. We're gonna flip it, okay? Because this is like telling me that, look, it's freaking right. I did it right the first time. Okay. This is just me being weird. We're gonna take the whole read, flip it this way, okay? Just what I'm being called to do. So flipping, flopping, flipping, flopping, freaking. Okay, so then, then you got this one. Okay. Okay, so if you were to take your tree, the roots of the reed, and flip it because you want healing here, right? Pluto and Aquarius. You feeling me? How do we heal this? What if the tree is upside down? Which it is. This is what your reading is saying. It's all upside down. Okay? Everything is not the way it's supposed to be. So you're going to have to find a different way through this. I'm simply listening and following constructions here. So in order to get healing, you're going to have to start accepting that the Page of Wands and the Page of Swords need to come together in an intuitive way here. You're going to have to start receiving messages to your heart and to your head in order to begin this process. So if you want this ball rolling, the healer, you're going to have to start understanding how to interpret the messages of how nature works. Because oftentimes in traditional tarotism, at least how most people read it, the pages are the numbskulls, right? I've heard so many names given to them. But in actuality, when you get somebody that comes in to a situation with fresh new eyes, you can oftentimes understand better on how the system isn't working, how it's not functioning. And what we're taking for granted is that for someone to come in new and green behind the ears, so to speak, no one typically in society is going to take them under their wing. They're just going to automatically see them like this. Typically, traditionally in the tarot. Like they're not only inexperienced and naive, but they might be toxic for the situation. Now, what I'm telling you is that you can show up in a different way. You can show up and be green behind the ears and offer assistance and healing, because that's what your gift is here. The gift of healing and transformation. That's what healing is. It's a transformation. Okay. Aquarius, Scorpio. They walk hand in hand. Dude, you don't get to heal without having something die off and then grow into something else, or make room for rebirthing, or make room for new birth. Okay? Reishi is the mushroom here. Okay, that covers a lot of boxes on the health chart. So when we're talking about how to move forward in a different way and walking away from all those things that haven't worked before, we're taking the roots of the reed and putting them in the upright. And then we're taking the uprights part of the tree and putting them in the roots. So you have the Knight of Cups here. So when the Page of Cups comes in, you're able to take the cup and put it with whoever's on that horse. You are going to have, this is a healing card. This is a healing card. And this is the second reason why I was like, flip it. Okay. So now it's going to look like whatever you're trying to grow is going backwards. But guess what else is in the upright? Okay. So now you can turn this into the uprights. Reassess the pentacles, decide which ones are good, which are bad, and come in and come out with them. Okay? So, and yeah, there's going to be some petty arguments over this. Ace of Wands in the reverse and the Fool. You might have to turn down some of your desires that come up here. Temperance. There's the Four of Cups. Turning down big cups of emotional BS. And then your Six of Wands comes in. Victory. So understanding that healing involves looking at all of the things and all the angles, and understanding that just because someone in a particular place of whatever it is presented something to you does not mean it's the one and only way, right? This is you looking into this occult system, right? This way of existing that doesn't always mean that society has vastly accepted it or understood it on the deep level that you do. So this is why I took your roots of the reed and put them in the upright, because your job is to bring about healing, and you're kind of being blocked from that at the moment. And that's oftentimes, well, again, Scorpio in general. It's just a thing. It's just a thing. Everybody's scared, and then people who stay in their fear do really, really bad things for ridiculous reasons. So if you can understand that your tree is the one thing that's keeping you. This is your tree. You don't abandon your tree. You keep everything in order, no matter what comes in from the outside world. You see the truth for what it is. You know how to move forward. You know the different ways around. But this needs to come first. And I get it. Scorpios will be the first thing. It would be like, I can't exist here. Bye. No, you need to stay. Okay, there's new life here. Coming in. New life. And look, there's your tree, darling. This is also a Scorpio card. Six of Cups. Scorpio card. Nostalgia. Reflecting. Where did it go wrong? Where did it go right? Where do I fill my cup? Where does it not fill my cup? Okay. Ooh, child. And there's your mate. Ta-da. Healing. 9 in reverse. Heck yeah. Okay. Ceres in Scorpio. Take your tree and upright it. That's my advice. Okay. Now we're going to draw from the Sacred Herbal Astrology deck. Ceres and Scorpio. Best advice for Ceres and Scorpio. Ooh, dandelion energy. Ooh, Chiron and Jupiter. Dingo, dango. Chiron. Yep, there's your healer card. Wounded healer. Where's my book? Okay. Let's get it rocking. 53 for those of you who are into numbers. Wounded healer. Wounded healers. Wounds as tools to awaken. Healing journey. Inner child healing. Chiron and Jupiter are the two astrological imprints here. The English word for dandelion comes from the French dent de lion, or lion's teeth, referring to the spiky pointed shape of the plant. The French also called this plant pissenlit, or the pea the bed, due to its diuretic powers. Native Americans used it to treat kidney disease, swelling, skin problems, heartburn, upset stomach. Traditional Chinese medicine used it for stomach problems, appendicitis, breast inflammation, and to assist mothers with milk production. In Europe, it has been used to relieve fever, treat boils, eye problems, diabetes, and diarrhea. Dandelion is a survivor. It has extraordinary ability to withstand hardship and thrive in disturbed environments. Dandelion loosens compacted earth and grows deep taproots that rejuvenate the soil. And this is what it does to the body and soul. It assists us in renewing, cleansing, mineralizing, and adapting. In medical astrology, dandelion is associated with the sun and Jupiter. It's primarily an alternative and herbs that gradually restore the proper function of the body, increasing health and vitality. And a bitter herb that works on the liver and the gallbladder. Chiron, known as the wounded healer, was a wise centaur in Greek mythology who gave up his immortality to save Prometheus after he was accidentally pricked by a poisoned arrow, and learned that, despite all his medical knowledge, he would be in pain forever. He ended up landing among the stars as a constellation. Chiron orbits between Saturn and Uranus, symbolically marking the liminal territory between Saturn, the third dimension, and concrete reality, and Uranus, the fifth dimension, and the quantum mind, embodying the rainbow bridge between the inner and outer planets. In astrology, Chiron represents our deepest and most tender wounds that are the most difficult to heal, yet also marks where we hold our greatest gifts. Guidance. Dandelion is here to remind you that you can thrive regardless of your circumstances. Take ownership over your wounds, find gratitude in the lessons, dive deep into the depths of your origins, and use your wounding to further define the purpose and healing you are here to transmit and share with the world. Don't let your pain define your personality, but draw from it your strength and purpose. Like Chiron, you are born from the seeds of higher order and intelligence. Embrace this great healing power you've been given and go beyond the outlined path. I don't feel like I need to say much more than that. Now, I'm Scorpionic by nature, as I have a four house stellium, although this is not one of my placements. But I do understand what it means to be like, just how do I work with this again? Accept the fact that there's no instruction manual and start looking within for the answers, because a lot of times the people who assume that they have the answers, the people that tell you that they've gone to this, that, and the other thing to have the answers, might not be the answers for you. It could be for somebody, but it doesn't always have to be for you, especially if you have this placement. Seek within. Fill your own cup. And then turn your tree upright. Okay? Love you, Ceres and Scorpio. Have a beautiful rest of your life. Keep your flame.